50 people watched it or something. Way more than I think it deserved.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. Well, that'd be nice to get that from hanging. Yeah, this is for that property with 610 West Miami. This is for that property on West Miami.
Is it?
Yeah, we found out after we secured it that it had a big lien on it.
Yeah, I didn't see the address on there, so.
All right, it's 10:30. I'll go ahead and call the meeting of the Logansport Municipal Building Corporation to order. Roll call.
Jacob Pomisol,
Here.
Dave Morris,
Here.
Mike Sims.
Here.
Minutes for the June 20th meeting.
Motion to approve those minutes.
I will second that motion.
Call for question.
Mike Sims,
Yes. I'm
Dave
sorry.
Morris,
Yes.
Jacob Pomisol.
Yes. All right, treasurer's report. Dave?
All right, on June the 20th, our balance was $39,225.98. Since that time, the only expenses that we've incurred are mowing expenses. We wrote check for $380, $285, $285, $380, and $475 during the year. So the current balance in the fund is $37,420.98.
Motion to accept the treasurer's report.
I'll second that.
Call for question.
Dave Morris,
Yes.
Mike Sims.
Yes.
Jacob Pomisol.
Yes. All right, now, old business. I gave you guys the official release of mortgage that we got done with Logansport Savings Bank. So this was, as we remember, what had prevented us from offloading the property the first time around. Now that that is done, we have some more options that have arisen for that property. So the release of mortgage is informational. I know that we had offered it up for sale and accepted bids at some point. I think things have changed a little bit since that time. There's a lot more interest in people building and taking some of these lots and actually putting something on them rather than just being a side yard. So maybe the mortgage ended up being kind of an opportunity for us as we took some time. So we've had some discussions with Habitat for Humanity and Scott Jewell about whether that property would be something that they could work with to see if they could get a house on there, something that would fit the neighborhood. I actually ran into him the other day out at the coffee shop with Aaron, and they were going to get together and talk about some of the zoning in that area to see what the dimensions could be, what size of house could go on there, because they said they have one family that would need maybe something that would be like 2 stories, and so the possibility of doing something like that and just working through all of that. But I guess for our purposes, we haven't transferred the property, so we still own the property. I think it's probably in the best interest of the city and the building corporation to keep that property with us and explore the possible relationship with Habitat for Humanity. So I think just for the record, maybe make a motion to cancel the offer for sale for 610 West Miami.
second it.
Those were all worded where we had the option to just accept or decline. Did we ever actually tell them they could have the property, or?
So it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I think we had an accepted offer on this from the last RFP, like a year and a half, 2 years
Yes.
ago, whatever it was. So I don't know, like.
I don't think that anything, I think until we transfer the property, we have the ability to not sign off on transferring the deed and all of that, so I think that's why I wanted to make
I'm
this
okay with
official.
what you're doing, I just didn't want us to get it into where they,
Yeah,
we might have some kind of
I
a
think
legal
we'll,
issue there, Jim.
we'll look at it, but at this
Okay.
point, I don't really want to sign the deed over until
Okay.
we go through this, and so I thought just to get formal permission to cancel that out, we'll look at the contract to make sure if there's anything that we need to do specifically to alert them, but ultimately, we have the ability to,
I just want to
Pull
make
this
sure
back.
we take the right steps and.
oh, yeah, absolutely, that's why I
I
think,
think, I think
Same, yeah.
that their intent at one point, if I remember correctly, they were going to put a garage up there or something on
Yes.
that lot. I don't remember, but,
I don't remember, that was maybe a future, because I know
well, that's why I say, we need, and
Yeah, we can
it's,
pull up all that.
this is not, it's not a high priority for Habitat at this point. We've got time to just look into it. But
Yeah,
I agree
yeah,
with you.
absolutely.
Let's
I
weigh our
want to
options.
cancel it out so that we don't have a situation where they come in and think everything is set as it was. I made a motion, you seconded, Mike,
Yes.
on the canceling of the offer for sale for 610 West Miami Avenue. Call for question.
Jacob Bombasol,
Yes.
Dave Morris,
Yes,
Mike Sims.
Yes.
Then that leads us on into the new business of Habitat for Humanity's potential interest in this. Really, it's more informational right now. I don't think we need to do anything to, let us work with them and figure out if this is going to work. And if we come to find that it is going to work leading into next year, then if it, works out to do something at our next regular meeting, it maybe makes sense to do there, but we have the ability to call something if they find their family and they're ready to go, then we can call a meeting and do something like that, as long as we've covered the steps on.
like I
the other
said,
end.
I think they've been looking at, that property on Astor, and he wanted me to bring that to a committee meeting soon. So, that would keep them occupied for a while we sorted this out.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said for them doing some more of those. I know they would like to have several that they can do in a row. I think for the city's purposes, it's more beneficial for us to find some of these one-offs that they can do and encourage them to do more of those than maybe
Yeah.
what would be the easiest, because I think there are other people that would have interest in building, for free on some of these things too. So finding the one-offs is, I think, where we can use them really well. Because we're going to have to make some decisions down the road on, they really just want the blank land and, as easy as possible, but everybody wants that too.
Right, and I would say, in the discussions, he's met with Bill and me, and I don't know who all's been there, Aaron, John Michael. We've told them that the pickings are gonna get thin, they still talk with interest about West Melbourne and that area too, but, beyond that, it really may come to a point where they need to consider, may come to a point where they need to consider purchasing this property of their own.
Oh, definitely.
Because, we're not, realistically, what do we have listed these days as far as, how many lots are we mowing that are LMBCs?
It's like 4 or
I was
something.
gonna say, we don't have, and
Most of those are pretty.
couple of them, I don't think anybody could build on them these days. So there's not a whole lot there, but, anyway,
So, yeah, but I am going to try to, push them on and say, hey, I know this one is easy, but, if you want things for free, you might have to work with us and.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Works best for, the overall plans.
We just say this is what we got.
Yeah.
But, at this point, I think it seemed like we had indicated that this Astor property was probably available for them. In fact, I asked Greg recently about where are the utilities, where would they have to tap in and things like that. And found out more about that property than I wanted to know. Come to find out it was an old substation lot. And at first, Greg said, well, I think they buried the substation there.
Oh, yeah, Dave.
But then he talked over at the corner of Astor and Daisy, was just west of Exide's property.
Yeah,
And then Bob Dunderman said that, no, they had cleaned all that up.
yes, they did.
Dug it all out of there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, anyways, that's kind of where we're at with that one, at least at this point, and he's ready to bring that. I think they've been working real hard on that aspect, but, from then on, if we want to push Habitat properties at them, I say let's do it. This gives them a good grounding to get started and
Oh, yeah.
established, and then they can take on some projects that may, like you said, aren't so easy,
Yeah.
and help, work to our benefit as well as
Oh,
our.
100%, yeah. So, okay, so we'll keep working on that, and as we get more, we'll have another meeting and figure out exactly what we're gonna do and the timing of it. So, was there any other new business that we needed to get addressed?
Maybe the only thing is moving forward, Tyler, I don't know if there's any record of how long any of us have been on these spots, but we probably are going to need, since these are public meetings, to have those things listed on here in the future. I think I've got the old bylaws at home. I could look to see what I don't even know I think the terms were supposed to be like 3 or 4 year terms, but I don't have any idea without.
They all run
guessing.
together. 3 sticks out in my head, but that could be any
Yeah,
number of one of
I'm the
these
same way,
boards.
so I'll check into that, and maybe,
Okay.
Mike, if you're willing to stay on next year, we'll just, if they need to be extended, we'll extend everybody, and,
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem.
From what I understand, when I was first asked to be on here, they said you'll be on there till there's a new mayor.
oh, well,
Whatever.
okay.
No,
That's
if-
only if you're lucky.
If the bylaws say certain years,
I'm sure,
I'd be happy to
they might
stay.
want to keep you on.
Yeah, I'd be happy
Yeah.
to stay on.
I would say this, I'm not sure that's what the bylaws say.
Yeah, yeah.
But typically, Mike, that's kind of how things work. Heck, so.
Yep, like I say,
So-
I'll be willing to stay on.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, we'll work on that stuff. No more new business? All right. Public,
Any year-end comments, Ross?
I'll go ahead and make a motion to adjourn. Call for question.
Jacob Bombasol,
Yes.
Dave Morris,